many of you guys are up on a late Saturday night in time for the thing that I predicted? And a lot of people said, well, that wasn't going to happen. But after you trade away your top prospect and a guy that's going to be potentially a big league star to get a pitcher to save some cash, you better be spending that cash on something good. And the Cubs have reportedly signed Alex Bregman. And as a lifelong Cubs fan, I'm pretty damn fired up. Let's talk about it right here on the Cubs Baseball channel. Like, subscribe, thumbs up, comment, all of that stuff. Let's get this thing going. Hey, how many of you guys are up right now ready for a live show? Got me out of bed for this. Been depressed. We lost Bobby Weir today. Does anybody know who that is? You should. My guy from the Grateful Dead. Let's talk about Alex Bregman. Let's go. What do you say? And welcome to the show. We got a live show right now to talk about the Cubs and Alex Bregman and a contract and the deal that we were kind of waiting on. I want to tell you that I'm not shocked. I mean, I figured once you trade away Owen Casey, which to me was like, you're going to trade him away, you better have a game plan. Something's got to happen. This is something happening, right? And so I'm not saying this is going to be the right deal or the wrong deal, but at least we're doing something, right? At least there's a sense of urgency, the sense of urgency that we had last year that got us into the postseason. Let's have that same sense of urgency right now, and we got it. I see the comment section's blowing up. Love all of you guys. Make sure you're a subscriber, please. Is that too much to ask? For a guy that got out of bed on the Saturday night to talk to you guys about Alex Bregman signing a 5-year deal. Okay, so what do we know? We know that the Cubs have been busy this week. We know that the Cubs traded Owen Casey, who is, I don't want to say a can't-miss guy, but pretty close to it. He's going to make us regret trading him, okay? Just get ready for that. Because that's just the way that it is. When you talk to your Met fans and they're like, hey, how did we get rid of Pete Crow Armstrong? Like, well, you got Javi Baez for half a season. This is that type of deal because this is the kind of player Owen Casey is. But you have to trade stuff sometimes to get stuff. And the Cubs didn't want to be a player in the sweepstakes for the Framber Valdez, Ranger Suarez, Zach Gallen. I'm paying, $200, $300, $400 million for these guys. Sweepstakes. So what they did was they went and got Edward Cabrera from the Marlins. They sent some minor leaguers. The top of the list is Casey, and they got a guy that's when he's healthy, he's pretty dynamite. And I know we've got into the health issue on him and everything else. I had shows lined up for you guys that I'm going to have to delete now because of this, where I'm like, hey, just don't discount the Cubs and Alex Bregman. I hope Naren's on here right now because he knows I was saying this. Like, you don't make that deal without having this deal ready to go. You just don't. And so you're not getting Kyle Tucker back. You need somebody. You don't have a whole lot of right-handed pump, and now you got it. Cubs have signed Alex Bregman, 5 years, $175 million. Apparently a done deal. Everybody's blowing it out. First things first, Red Sox, you guys effed it up. The whole Rafael Devers thing would have pissed me off. I've said it on here over and over again. How many of you guys have played sports? You want to show up in your position, somebody else's position, and they didn't tell the guy? Yeah, like that matters. Like it's ain't even about the money. And he might not publicly say that, but you're not trying to show up to your new team and another guy's pissed off that they signed you. You don't like that. I'm just telling you. Like, I've been around professional sports for 25 years. No one wants that. No one. And how many times have I told you guys on this channel? I just got this gut feeling that, and I see some of you guys are like, oh, he loves Boston. You don't love that. You don't love coming in and another guy's like pissed off that you took his position. It's your front office's job to smooth all of that out before you show up. The Red Sox, you didn't do that. Then you had to trade Devers, who's a damn good player. And it's like, it's uncomfortable for everybody, right? That's the first thing. And that's just, look, do I need somebody to confirm that? No. That's life. That's just the way shit goes. Like, you do that to somebody, they're not going to be happy with you. You get hired to do a job and somebody else is sitting in your cubicle, you're not going to be happy. Okay? Bregman helped the Red Sox get to the postseason last year. He's a difference maker. Cubs need that. They're not right-handed heavy on this lineup. You know, Dansby Swanson isn't driving in the game-winning runs. He's just not doing it. Your best hitters last year were lefties. And I felt like the Cubs needed something in that area. Is this the last move that the Cubs are doing? I don't think so. Because I could see them moving a pitcher. I could see them moving Nico. I could see them doing stuff. But this, to me, the Cabrera trade and this go hand in hand. You know, you're trying to beat the Dodgers. You're trying to win a World Series. You got to have difference makers. And so Alex Bregman obviously is one of those guys. So here's what we know right now. That the Cubs have brought him to the lineup, that the deal comes after he spent 1 year with the Red Sox. And according to reports, he's got a no-trade clause, 5 years, $175 million. He's your new third baseman. That's it. Matt Shaw played third base last year. This isn't going to be a Matt Shaw, Rafael Devers thing. Shaw, you just became a utility guy, or if the Cubs trade Nico, you're going to play second. This makes the team a lot better. They last year they traded their third baseman. They didn't have a third baseman. This year they added a third baseman. So now you look at the team and you're like, okay, I got Bushy at first, Nico at second, Dansby at short, and I got Bregman at third. I got Happ and Hollywood Pete, and I got Seiya Suzuki. Who knows what's going to happen between now and then, but that feels like a pretty good like alignment of guys when you look at it, right? The Red Sox wanted Bregman. The Cubs wanted Bregman. You know, I guess the Diamondbacks wanted him, but when they bowed out because nobody wanted Kendall Marte, then it kind of felt like it was a two-team race, and this is what happened, right? So he opted out of $80 million remaining 3 years with the Red Sox. It was a total of $120. And now he's going to wear the best uniform in baseball. And let me tell you something. 273, 18 home runs, 62 batted in, 114 games with the Red Sox last year. Had a 10-year career mostly with the Astros. Astros fans, if you're here right now, I'm not trying to be offensive, but no one cares about you. Like, you don't even care about you in Houston. Like, Alex Bregman, you become a star player with the Cubs, you're immortalized. Every city you go to, there's a chance that you're going to have more Cubs fans than the team that you're playing. It's the way it is. Go look at the attendance reports around baseball when you show up. You wear that C right there. Everybody cares. It's a big deal. We love our guys. You go out there, you do the things you're supposed to do, you play the game the right way, you are immortal. Go ask Andre Dawson. He's not in the Hall of Fame if he would have played with Montreal and the Marlins. We got him in because it's the way it is. You got a chance to play for the best franchise in sports. Sorry, guys. But that's the way I feel. I see the comments, and I love the comments too, by the way. But I'm fired up. I mean, I had no idea I was going to roll out of bed and be out here talking about Alex Bregman signing, but I thought that it could happen. I really did. Naren Desai jumped on with me today, and we did a show. You're not even going to see it because it's irrelevant now. And the whole show was like, I'm saying, hey, guess what? We're doing something. You don't make that move to save money to put it in your back pocket. You do it to try to win, and you do it to sign a guy like this that fits what you need. And that's what Bregman's doing right now. All right, let me just get to some of your comments. This is fantastic. I can't believe it. I'm fired up too, man. I'll tell you this. When Bregman was healthy, the Red Sox were a really formidable team last year. You know? Brandon, you're right, man. Shaw can play all these positions. And I think if the Cubs are smart, use him as your super utility guy and figure out if you're going to sign Nico, keep him around. If you're going to compete for a World Series, you got to have star players. And this is a star player, right? This is a guy that's been to the World Series multiple times. And this is a guy that's come up with the big hits. This is a guy that fits what we needed. You had to have somebody to replace Kyle Tucker, and you just got it, his former teammate. You know, let me just kind of go over a couple of things about Bregman. His hit tool, premium, bat speed, excellent, hand-eye coordination, elite, barrel control, right there at the top. Tough out. Great teammate. Is going to make your pitcher, the pitcher on the other team, work. His approach, he's disciplined, right? You're talking about a guy with advanced approach. Attacks pitches, wants to do damage, aware of the strike zone, which kind of sounds like Kyle Tucker, to be honest with you. Power-wise, you know, he's not a slugger. He's got average power, but he does hit home runs. He can hit the ball in the air when he needs to. Doubles and home runs come, but that's not his game. Base running, average speed, smart, aggressive on the bases. He's not going to hurt you out there. Defensively, excellent. Not just at third, but at multiple positions. Guy can play some shortstop if you need him to. Can play some second if you need him to. Can play the outfield. Now he's going to play third, but he can do those things. You know, early in his career, he was a shortstop, good hands, you know, and a decent arm, good instincts, third base, excellent glove, quick actions, strong glove work, great defensive matrix. This solidifies the hot corner for the Cubs. This is the first time the Cubs have had an elite third baseman since Chris Bryant. It just is. And if I would have been the guy running the Cubs, I'd have Javi at third and Chris Bryant in left field. And I'm sure Chris at this point with his back issues probably wish I was Theo back then. But anyway, this is exciting. You know, it's just exciting. Last year, hit 273, had a 360 on base percentage, had a 462 slugging percentage, 18 home runs, 62 batted in. He was a difference maker when he was with the Red Sox and he wasn't hurt. They were good. When he wasn't there, they weren't as good. He's a baseball IQ guy, a lot like Kyle Tucker. Knows how to play the game, plays it at an elite level. And to me, I look at this and I'm like, okay, the Cubs are telling you right now that they care, that they want to win. And they're doing with the limitations that they have, whatever it takes to get the roster that they need to have to be successful. So, yeah, look, Brandon, I don't know if the Cubs are going to trade Nico. I'm just telling you that He's a free agent at the end of the year. We all love Nico. There it is right there. Nico isn't going anywhere. No one wants Nico to go anywhere. For those that thought the Cubs weren't spending money, I never said that, by the way, on this channel. I just felt like they wanted to spend money when they felt like it was going to be productive money spent. And this certainly was the deal that they tried to get done last year. They didn't, and now they got this year. What do you guys think about this? Are you fired up? Is this the deal that you were waiting on? Or is this the trade? Is this, this signing to you not good enough? What's the team salary cap? I see that. Look, this is something we'll probably look at tomorrow. I don't have all the stuff up here, but they're not going over the luxury tax. I can tell you that right now. Blue Dog, what does this mean for Shaw? Just means that he's going to be a utility guy probably this year. And that, and we'll see what happens. You can't have a good enough utility guy. Look, the Cubs traded for Castro last year to have a guy that can relieve guys and give days off. If you're a team that's competing, your star players still need time off. Shaw's definitely going to give them that. So, pretty awesome. But I'm going to tell you, man, I'm excited about this. I think this is a great thing. I think this tells us that the Cubs are legitimately trying to win a World Series, and they're not afraid to go out there and sign somebody. So thank all of you guys for jumping on. And are there any dead fans out there? How many people, and I got this from from going to see Bobby Weir, who was a founding member of the Grateful Dead in Fort Lauderdale last year. Just can't believe he passed away today. It was a tough day, but you know what? As a Cubs fan, this is pretty cool. Pretty excited about it. I'm excited to talk about this team now, where we can say, hey, you know what? They're doing what they have to do to compete and win in the division and against the Dodgers. This is a great move. You look at the team just got a lot better today with Alex Bregman. So get in the comment section. Tell me what you guys think. Like, subscribe, thumbs up, do all those things. Cubs sign Alex Bregman. Red Sox, you got to figure out what you're going to do because you lost Devers. Now you lost Bregman. And I think if you guys would have been straight up on this thing, you probably would have both right now. Totally on the front office to me. All right. We'll do it again tomorrow.